And the opportunity is simply this: we can show up as victims or we can show up as leaders. And if you've read my book, The Leader Who Had No Title, you know that you can show leadership without a position. You can show leadership even if you're not the boss. You can show leadership if you're a teacher or a taxi driver or a pizza maker or a firefighter or a poet, because leadership is much less a title and much more an approach to going through life. And so when you walk out in the world every day, I just want you to keep that in mind as much as possible. You can behave like a leader, which is assuming personal responsibility for your results, or you can be like a victim, which is something bad happens or something doesn't quite work out and you give away your power and you blame and you complain and you become toxic. And right now the world has far too many victims, people who are, rather than looking in the mirror saying, I have the power to change and I might not like where I'm at in my work right now, or in my life, or in my health, or in my love, or in my spirituality, but I have the power to change. Well, victims say, I might not be where I'm at in the world, but it's because of the world. It's because of my childhood. It's because of my husband, my wife, my boss, my team, my country, my economy. And so my loving encouragement to you is ask yourself right now, am I behaving like a victim? Maybe it's in your health life. Maybe it's with your finances, and a victim would be saying, I can't do this. That's what victims do. I can't do this. Or victims, they point fingers. Well, it's the economy where I live right now, or it's the industry. It's going through a lot of commoditization and a lot of disruption. And if I was in a different industry, I'd be successful. Ultimately, we all know this. We create a reality. And even in the most difficult and most competitive of industries, there are people who are playing at world class, who are doing really well. Why? Because they have a different approach, because they are doing different things. And fundamentally, they're not behaving like victims, blaming and complaining and being toxic and wasting time and living in the past. They're showing up like leaders. So be a leader in all that you do today. And I want to get you right to the tool I promised to share with you that will help you pivot when you stumble. And like I say, it's called the WTOH tool, which simply means this. When you fall, when something doesn't work out during your day and you get discouraged, you lose your fire, ask yourself this question. What's the opportunity here? That's what WTOH stands for. What's the opportunity here? What I've realized is when things don't work out, the victim says, oh, boo-hoo, poor me. They get stuck in sadness or anger or regret. And some of them spend the rest of their life in that state. What the leader does is this. You feel the pain. You notice the disappointment. You never want to suppress that. That would build up the toxic emotions within you. So feel the disappointment. If it's, you forgot your keys somewhere, you lost your wallet, you missed a train, you missed a meeting, you lost a sale, or maybe it's something heavier. You just got your heart broken. You just lost your job. You just got some negative news from your doctor at your annual checkup. I mean, that's one of the things that happens in life. We all face very hard times. When those things happen, feel the emotion. Do not suppress it, because the quickest way out of the painful or sad emotions is straight in. But here's the real key. Ask yourself, what's the opportunity here? How can I use this small or large negative event to grow? How can I use this situation to give me more wisdom, to give me more acumen, to make me more experienced? How can I use this situation to strengthen me and fortify me? How can I use this situation to become more authentic and more real? Because it's the difficult things in life that crack open our social mask and allow us to be more real and more authentic. How can I use this situation to build my relatability so I'm more relatable to human beings? And ultimately, how can I use this situation as fuel to make my life even better? And so the WTOH tool is a very powerful tool, but like any other tool, it gets better with use. No idea that I ever share with you in these episodes of the mastery sessions will ever work unless you do the work.